here we've got our organic cornfield, and you see how it shakes it up, and you end up with a nice clean surface. Now over here, this is what that looks like. We got sprouts of whatever weeds, and they're just really coming through, you know, like, so they're coming here or there. This is looks like grass probably, but over here you've got we've tilled all that out. Now, since we just happen to be in this spot in the field, I'm going to take a moment and speak about my perennial crops. This annual system that we use with our organic row crops is something that I love to contrast with perennial production. In this case, we've got cherries. So these are sour cherries, or we like to call them tart cherries, and they're really not sour. You know, they're wonderful to share with people at farmers markets and at our local health food stores. These trees are loaded. The last couple years we've had sheep on this pasture, and that's why I have these shelters that are a little higher. And now this year we're taking the sheep off. You can see these other plants growing. Those are suckers. Okay, cherry trees are known for suckering. And then we got the electric fence, and we've got the Aronia bushes over here, and the sheep are around the Aronia bushes. And you can see what the sheep do to those bushes. They basically make the production so it's up higher, and that improves my fruit production. I'll need to pull the sheep off there 90 days before harvest, so that's just in the next couple of weeks. You can't have sheep or any livestock around organic production within 90 days of harvest. And this is going to be great production out here. What I'm thinking I'll do is bring the mechanical harvester through this plot, seeing this production. And so that'll be fun to bring you in on that process as we mechanical harvest these cherries. I haven't done that before on our farm, but the mechanical harvester is like a blueberry harvester that's been adapted for these fruit crops, and we use it over on the Aronia from time to time. But that philosophy is to say, okay, in Iowa we are traditionally annual row crop production, but if we could bring these perennial systems into being, some of the major roadblocks have been that we have to ship this stuff over to Wisconsin or other states where they have like blueberries or cranberries or raspberries, cherries, which are around the east side of Lake Michigan. They have facilities for storage, processing, bottling, packaging, and we don't have that now. We don't have the infrastructure. Not to be too critical in this little post, but you know, USDA has totally dropped the ball, and our universities in this state have dropped the ball because they have created a situation where it's difficult for farmers to do anything other than annual row crops. Is that by design? Let's not go there. But what we need is to develop systems that complement one another. So in addition to the Aronia berries, having the cherries and other things like black currants, which I've got over here. Actually, these are Saskatoons. Saskatoons, I'll think of the other name for those. But over here is where, I'm just gonna jog over here because it's worth showing you why I got it. Over here are my Saskatoons. So they come on pretty early, and I bet I could find some berries if I work at it a little bit here. Good, we got these little green berries. Those are black currants. I might have accidentally said Saskatoons. Those are over where I was. These are black currants. Awesome, wonderful berries. They're so delicious. And this is a trial plot. I've got 5 different types of black currants here I'm assessing, and this is one of the types that have done really well. The sheep have eaten them back and kept them kind of small, kept these bushes kind of small, but also, well, they look like a gooseberry, but they taste nothing like a gooseberry. They're so tangy and tart, almost like an orange, like a tangerine flavor, but they're little black berries, super high in antioxidants and vitamin C. Also, over at the other plot, I got some honeyberries you'll hear me talk about from time to time. In a nutshell, these perennial systems we're developing in complement to the organic systems where we row crop farm. I'll finish off this post just by saying I feel a little ashamed because I have all this tillage going on out here. This is actually a no-till organic system, and I'll explain the way it's organic no-till is 90% of the time it's cover crops that are roller crimped and then no-tilled soybeans into those cover crops. It just so happens that we're going into corn this year, and so that's the tillage part of our system. So that's it for today in a nutshell. We got all these things going on. I love sharing them with you. We got a lot of data to give you about these things and encourage you. Please comment and support what we're doing, because we want to support what you're doing. Like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in.